If you're looking for easy, healthy meal ideas this summer, I'm going to show you how to make my favorite garden dinner during the summers when I have an overabundance of spaghetti squash and tomatoes. It is healthy, it's fresh, it's easy, and we all love it. And if you're looking for a good variety of spaghetti squash to grow, this is called Hosta La Pasta from Burpee, and I love them. And fun fact, you can use any type of tomato to make tomato sauce. It does not have to be a sauce tomato. You can use slicers, cherry tomatoes, whatever you have. This is what we harvested, so let's make dinner. While I was outside harvesting, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. And then we're going to prep our spaghetti squash by just cutting them in half and taking out all of the seeds. If you cut off the stem side, it gives you a flat surface to cut it down vertically, which is the hardest part of this entire process. Then we're going to pop these in the oven while we make our sauce. I put these face side down on a baking sheet, and the amount of time is just going to be determined by the size of your spaghetti squash. These took about 40-45 minutes, which was perfect because that's how long the sauce takes. Once those are in the oven, I'm going to chop up an onion, some garlic, and our tomatoes. I don't ever measure this part, and I do not peel the tomatoes. You won't be able to tell the difference, and there's a ton of nutrition there. After those are all in our Dutch oven, I'm going to hit it with a hearty squirt of olive oil. You could use whatever oil you like, and then a generous pinch of salt. This goes onto our stovetop on medium-high until our spaghetti squash is soft and ready to eat. I'll stir it a couple times during this process, but it is pretty hands-off. It was about this time that I realized that I forgot to grab some basil from the garden, so with my headlamp on, I went out and grabbed a few bunches. We're going to chop this up nice and finely, and we're going to add it to the sauce as it's finishing. And you'll notice that my sauce is really smooth now. Sometimes I'll hit it with an immersion blender, and sometimes I don't. It is fabulous either way. And for those of you who have never had the pleasure of eating a spaghetti squash, you just put it into your hand with a towel. Yes, it is very hot at this point, and then gently scrape out all of the meat with a fork. And then it makes a really good pasta substitute, in my opinion. It just has higher fiber and is healthier. And then you can top it with the sauce of your choice. When spaghetti squash are in season, I make them at least twice a week and pair them with a different sauce and a protein. Super easy garden dinner. I hope you love it.